The 2018 Commonwealth Innovation Forum, brought to you by Destination Gold Coast.
Dr. Peter Isdale is the chairman of the Innovation Centre at Sunshine Coast University, one of many guests here at TCIF in Brisbane. Welcome.
Thank you, Anthony.
Your role as chairman and the Innovation Centre, tell us a bit about your role and the centre itself.
Well, I guess I'm just the spokesperson, but the board of the Innovation Centre is an independent company owned by the University of the Sunshine Coast, and it has a fabulous staff led by Mark Paddenberg. Its role is to foster and support small companies that are bringing novel processes and products into, first of all, the regional economy of the Sunshine Coast, and then further on the national and international stage.
How would you describe innovation on the Sunshine Coast at the moment?
I'd say, in the words of a former Prime Minister, it's gangbusters. The reason for that is that the regional strength of the Sunshine Coast lies particularly around food, agriculture and particular aspects of wellness and health. And those, the support for those particular domains of activity is quite strong, and that runs from government through to the university itself, and quite a lot of private sector support too. So these little startups, they do rather well in a fairly fertile environment, and of course you've got a growing population on the Sunshine Coast. You've got an ageing population. You've got a student population. So there are all sorts of market sectors that these companies, fledgling companies, can work their way into.
How important is it to participate and have a presence here at the Commonwealth Innovation Forum?
Well, innovation is a global sport, and it doesn't happen to be on a track or a field or in a pool. But one of the things about it is that there is always somebody and some groups out the front globally who are striving for best practice and new ways of doing things. So the Commonwealth Innovation Forum has sort of capitalised on that, and Life Sciences Queensland, led by Mario Panisi, has once again used the occasion of a very large international event to bring together people who are discovering in their own ways the best way to transform innovative thought into things that will better society and support new economies.
We know that the Commonwealth Innovation Forum coincides with the Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast, bringing together nations from right around the world, Commonwealth nations from right around the world. How significant is it to have such a big presence in one space for a number of days?
In innovation terms, it's remarkable. Queensland is not backwards in being able to promote its capacity to be on the leading wave of quite a lot of innovations. You've seen that in the biomedical sector particularly, but also in engineering and IT. So this is an occasion to show our stuff as the state of Queensland, but also to learn that there are many developments in all sorts of international venues and theatres that can really help us to maybe find some better ways to get our stuff out there.
What are you hoping to take away from this particular forum?
Well, I think, like many other delegates here, we'll be interested in the policy setting that goes around how society handles the enormous speed and uptake of a lot of innovation, and particularly in technological developments like the ICT space. There are a lot of interesting new ways that society we're going to have to deal with things like, the privacy of the human genome, the all sorts of issues that relate to how we traditionally operated as a society, but which are kind of overrun, if you like, in a good way, by the incredible speed at which things are coming at us.
And as for the future of your innovation centre on the Sunshine Coast, it looks bright?
It's very bright. It's It's in a good place. It's well supported by its university. It's in, as I said, it's in a growing population area that is innovation minded. It's a font, if you like, of thinking to advantage. And I think the Innovation Centre, which is full. It's totally populated by these small companies and by larger anchor tenants, and it's doing what it's supposed to do and learning new ways to do it better.